Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday night. It's lap time challenge day, and I'm on time. I'm actually competing with Super GT. I think he's live at the minute with 5,900 viewers. Let's see if we can go somewhere to equaling that. Not a chance. However, we're going to go lap time challenge. That's the usual Sunday night feeling. But today we need a warm-up, and last night we didn't finish with a win. We were fighting for first place and got stuffed, didn't we? So let's just choose the right controller. This is where we were. The car we were using was the Genesis. So just to get us into the swing of things, because I got a feeling that Mr. Jeddah Racing. Good evening, Aaron. How you doing, Az? You got a gift membership again last night, you lucky fella. So, settings for this race. Car-wise, it's spot, nothing we can do. Forced to use hards. We proved last night, well, we didn't. Neil last night said it's a no-stop with this one. You've got to back it off and see if you can go all 10 laps with no stop. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Evening, JB. So we're going to have a quick warm-up. We're going to try and kill this one off. We're going to try and win it. And then we're going to go to the lap time challenge. We'll just let people finish off at Super GT. And I'm sure they're all going to migrate across here. Tried to do a bit of advertising on Facebook tonight to try and get anybody struggling with this onto this. I did. I gave you Az. You got it from the 5 free giveaways that I do on virtually the first of the month each month. JB got the same one as well. Funny how you guys, but you guys do watch the most videos without doubt. You watch almost everything. I say you watch everything, but you do interact. You come to the most videos. You come to the race nights. You deserve it. You're the closest people to this channel. BB got one as well. So the right people are getting those gifts. I know there's certain people that chime in who haven't got one, and if I try and do an off-kilter one, if I try and do one on maybe the 3rd week rather than the 2nd week, maybe another 5 people will get it as well. So let's dive straight into this and let's see where we go. Settings are always the same. Traction control 1, ABS week, which we've only just changed to recently, and we're on a G29. We're down a place already. Steering sensitivity 5. Force max torque feedback 7. Force feedback 7. Brake before the run-off road to the left. Still at the wall. And I've been spun by the car behind me. How rude is that? We'll get a retry. Good evening, Tom. Welcome. So what we noticed last night when we ran this the final time was that the participants changed. We got different guys running. What we also realise is we've got to do the same thing as last night. We've got to bully the AI, and we've got to be on our toes, and we've got to overtake at the top of the mountain and on the way down. We've got to chase the rest of the lap. We're not going to make many overtakes. He says. See if we can. We're not going to squeeze one down the inside there. Just giving his back end a tap. Oh, we're not going to skate down the inside either. Second place we find a good overtake is normally at the bottom here, but we're just back a little bit. See if we can gear slam our way through. There we go. Mr. Zaka, welcome as. No, we're not stopping. We're going one stop. We are stopping, we're not non-stopping. We're going to go one stop. Neil was suggesting it was a no-stop. I'm suggesting it's not a no-stop. It's a very, very lively little beast we have here today, isn't it? There is a brake balance. So I think I'm going to put the brake balance to the front, knowing that the back end is reacting badly to... what's it called when you brake into a corner? My brain's forgotten it. Trail braking. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't believe the one stop is the route to success. Sorry, the no stop is the route to success. I believe the one stop is where it lies. But we have to bully our way through. Some of these guys go a couple of laps longer. They'll go 6-7 laps before they stop. Wasn't the cleanest of overtakes, but we'll take it against the AI. Fourth gear is not so bad at this point. I'd like to be in the lead. Ooh, I've been nerfed off again. I'm gonna continue. Stuck in second gear. Back to where I started from, so 2 laps less. It's a real swine when they pull into you and stop you from turning left and just drive through you. I think we can still do this though. I know we're 2 laps down, but what, 1.5 laps down from where we should be. But let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can prove why we're doing what we're doing. And if we can't, we'll just start again and have another go. Frustrating as hell, I know, but what you get when you're a belligerent, headstrong, bit of a knobhead, really. And you think you're right and you can do it. To be proven wrong, of course. Right, we're going to make the gains going up the hill. Just don't want them to be racing away without us controlling them at the front. What was I saying? I want to be in front before the pit stops. Don't think that's going to happen today. Good evening, Olive. Welcome, sir. Got a bit of a slide on there. We've gained 2 seconds on the leader now. We were 10 seconds back. See if we can find this little punch to the end. Neil was suggesting as well that the Suzuki VGT might make the grade. Never driven it, so we get to the point where we have to try and find out. We'll probably give it a whirl. The brake balance change has taken the the understeer away. Or the requirement to counter steer at least. We're ahead of where we started, which is always a great success. The BMW is a decent car, okay. Okay. We'll take your word for that one. We've got the drag on the Atenza, which is good. Don't usually get an overtake there, which is quite friendly. The other nice thing about the win here is it's 200k, but it's a good old fight for 200k. It's more than you get for Lego anyway in the human comedy. The leader's down to 3 seconds ahead. He is just there. Just going to rowl Mr. McConnell a bit. Not that he was the one that gave me any grief coming down the hill last time. Going to pit in next lap, I believe. Beetle's pushing. Tom believes the Beamer has a bit more acceleration than Genesis and drives a bit better as well. Probably does. Not to be defeated. I can confirm we have today begun the grind process at Spa. I've created the first video. I'm just putting the artwork to it. Putting the finishing touches on the video itself. Message for JB. GT1 cars are next on the cars, my friend. Non-VGT, non-GR2, just GT1 prototypes, LM cars. If you can find a time in your schedule to knock up any skins you might want to knock up, please do so. You'll dictate the running order depending on which way you do them in. They don't all have to be GT Amiga based YouTubey Twitch. They can be whatever you want. They're your skins. If you want to showcase them. That's the Beetle gone. No damage to the front of our car. Did it ever happen? We're going to the pits this time round. There was no evidence, Your Honour. There was none whatsoever. No sign of any contact at all. Good evening, Ollie. Long time no see. Only a week. Gotta go into the pits. Good evening, Naughty Biscotti on Twitch. Welcome back. There we go. We're not changing tyres. We're just taking the fuel to 5.2. And a hello to Magnus up there on Twitch. Welcome to the channel. Please accept my apologies for not noticing your chat immediately. I was kind of focused on the race, and I did notice some damage to the front right wing. I wonder how that got there. I don't remember any incident. We're down to 10th place. I'll check your message in a minute, Ollie. I need a straight bit. 25 seconds down. You didn't miss the race, Magnus. You haven't missed it at all. We haven't really started. This is just the warm-up. Not making much progress on this lap. We're really using first gear to get the car slowed down. Some of these techniques will be required at the Red Bull ring very soon. Not that there's that many short corners like these. We're going to have to deal with my second most uncomfortable corner in Gran Turismo. Oh, you're watching the darts again, Ollie. I know you're a big darts fan, aren't you? I'm a big darts fan. You go the whole Grey Guns thing, which is awesome. UK Open, yes. We should make some ground here. Mr. Van der Ven has gone to the front. He is, I would suggest, he was the Aston, wasn't he, in the Gulfy type livery. We come out in second place. That's tremendous. All we're racing then is Van der Ven. He's trying the overcut. We're trying the undercut. He's trying to go long. 23 seconds behind. He's going to be stationary for less time in the pits because he's going to take less fuel. We just have to see how far we can get at this point. Sort of doing this by memory and by eye. A lot of it is muscle memory, knowing, feeling. Get it wrong occasionally. As a purple sector, we do have the fastest lap as well, which is always good. Good indicator of performance is chalking up a purple sector as you rattle through it. On the brakes, let's get this thing slowed down. Come on. 16 seconds. We took a massive chunk out of him that time round. All we've got to do is keep it clean all the way to the end. They play at Butlins Minehead. Oh, mate, you'd love it. You'd absolutely love it. It's like a 60s holiday camp. They wear red coats and all sorts, and you get Heidi High campers. He's gone to the pits. We're 14 seconds back. We're now level with him. He's not taken fuel yet. Not forgetting we had a spin on lap 2 as well, didn't we? So Mr. McConnell now 3 seconds back is chasing. Mr. Van der Ven comes out in 3rd place. 2:07.585 is still the fastest lap. We're not going to change up to 6th. Lap 8. 2 more to go after this to seal the victory. But we're not going to talk about the victory just yet. Now, for those of you that have just joined the channel, the main reason for today is the lap time challenge. The Mitsubishi at the Red Bull Ring. I've got my car shod with its shiny new livery. I've run through the additions that JB put on and changed some of them. I'm not entirely sure what constitutes the standard car in this event, so I do have another standard car with no livery if we don't find any benefit from the personally owned car. So no dramas about any upgrades. I know I fully understand that some of the paintwork added by JB doesn't work on the standard car. Hi Magnus. This isn't a race night, so the race night is Tuesday and Friday. This is a demo night tonight. We demonstrate the lap time challenge. It's not an open lobby. That's Tuesday and Fridays. The race I'm doing now is completely against the computer. This is a demo of the Chili's race, GT3 at Bathurst. It was a request last night, quite late, but we didn't manage to make it happen, so today we're just proving that it can. Track's just starting to go shiny with the mid-morning dew. We're just hoping the heat comes out fairly soon and tries to cook that tarmac a little bit. Good evening, Red Desmo. Well, there's a little important little chat down there from JB. JB gained 0.3 of a second with a garage-owned car on the TT. That's nice to know. Ooh. There's a long chat from Nathan Biscotti. Naughty Biscotti. I'll have to get that in a moment. We're only 1.3 seconds ahead of Mr. McConnell. Regarding race nights, Widow, do you know what the tyre wear rate is for that perfect balance between mediums and hards that we raced in the past week? Well, we haven't found it yet, in all fairness. What we found was we've just been rammed by Mr. McConnell. He's the one I gave a couple of taps earlier. I'm just going to focus. He's going to try and make the inside line his, but I'm not going to have it. As a thank you for the gifted subscription. Yeah, you're welcome, Ryan. Not a problem, sir. That's all down to YouTube. They pick them, not me, but could have been anybody. You're welcome, sir. Back to Naughty Biscotti's question. We don't know, actually. In certain circumstances, the hards to the end with a no stop is going to win majorly. I just got forced off by Mr. McConnell. He is going to go into the wall as we come down the mountain. If I can stay near to him, he's just got me. He's just pulling away. Look at him go. He must be on different tyre, but shouldn't be allowed to be. We're going to have to drive this outfit skin. We're going to get very close to him going through here. He hits us again. We're not going to let that happen. You've got to bully them. You've got to bully them. Sorry, as I was saying, yes, it comes down to sometimes the hard's no stop is just the prime test. It's just the one that you can do. It's very close on fuel, it's very close on tyres. But the mediums, on the other hand, even though you've got to stop and change tyres, if you've got to take fuel, it makes it difficult. If you haven't got a fuel, you've just got to be able to get past that person on pole, and if they're the right person, you're going to struggle to get past them because they make themselves really, really wide. There we have it, folks. A little bit of pushing and grinding, a little bit of bumping and grunting, and we're through. We actually got that one sorted with Mr. McConnell. We gave him a little tap early in the race and he brought that back. So, happy days. And that should answer. Was it Red? Was it your question, Red? Good evening, Red. Was it your question last night about what car can win that race? 200k, no clean race bonus. What a surprise. Yeah, but it's a real good shake-up as well, Naughty, because different people are good on different tyres and different strategies, and you should get a real good mix of winners. As long as you get that reverse grid working. If you don't get a little bit of practice and a couple of laps in, you get the fast guys just sitting it out and waiting until the next round and then taking the pole, which doesn't help the process. Saying that, if the faster guys are on hards off the line and the slower guys overall take the mediums and get past them, it does make for a welcome race. So again, it's that balance of how you mix it up and how you want the race night to go. But I think that's a really good mixer. It's a really good starter. What numbers do you run on the tyre wear? Oh, I think it's 7 on the gas fuel. I could very quickly show you before we go to I could actually do that. There's no drama, is there? Doesn't hurt to give you a show of the settings. You want to run a similar type lobby with your friends or another night on your own if you want to race the AI. I don't think it's 7 and 4, JB. I think I've hybrided it slightly. I think we might have gone as high as 10. But it's a good shout. It's a good shout. Let's show you the stats. Let's show you the real numbers without me trying to guess. So, 12 on the tyre wear, 4 on the fuel consumption, and refuel speed is 6. They're the numbers, 12, 4, and 6. And the other thing is we run a 60-second delay of finish, and that stops. You can run up to 180 seconds. But the 60 seconds thing just means that anybody finishing after 60 seconds just gets a finish time. Yeah, I did have to really kill the tyres to try and level it up. Couldn't help that. I don't think there was any other factors on that, were they? No, that was it. So they were the numbers, and I've forgotten them already. I can't remember. Can't remember. Right. A change car. The Genesis has run a few times around there. He needs an oil change. You're welcome, Naughty. We're almost back to the 25 million. I hope to be 30 million by the weekend. So we're on to the main event. Let's get the car. that we need. Here's today's monster of choice. No trademark 20 high rear wing, which is a bit of a disappointment, but that's the way it is. Did I buy the other one, or do I need to buy the other one? I think. Don't know if we did buy the other one. Wrong one. Change car. No, I've got to go and buy another one just in case. We will do that. And I noticed something really interesting. I tried to say this last night, but I couldn't remember the actual do. What I was trying to point out. The Lancer Evo road car, 100k. That feels a lot of money. Used Evo as well as new. Yes, I've got a used. That was the one I've just shelled. Gonna keep it in red, I think. No, I own a grey one. That's the purchased one. Gonna purchase a red one because we can. We don't mind. Not changing to that one now. No. We're off to the lap time challenge, folks. So, eyes down, buckle in. If you're going to drive along, please do so. The idea of the night is that if you're struggling to get gold, come and join us. Listen to what I've got to say. You race along. Enjoy my experience. At some point tonight, I will go through a meltdown when people throw ideas at me. But what I'm going to ask is that you don't throw any improvement ideas until I've got past or got to a point where I'm really seriously stuck. I'll try and ignore any comments that I don't really want until the end. And by that end is, I mean, at the point where I've stopped improving. At the point I've stopped improving, I will ask for help and assistance. But please, if you can, just hold on to those thoughts for me. I'll go through a process that I try and like to prescribe, which is systematic. We will try and get to the top of the leaderboard. Secondly, we will actually get the gold, and then we'll go for the leaderboard. So as it stands then, gold is a 147,960 right now, and that'll take us to roughly 28th on the friends list. And as we go up, Big Popper's dashed a time in. He seemed to indicate to me that he wasn't entirely happy with it, and he didn't feel he was going to improve on that, and he felt he might get knocked out. Well, I'm hoping he gives it another shot, tries to make himself secure. Itch is in there. Red Desmo, you're in. 0.6 inside. Olive's in. Comfortable. Fat Man's in. Az is in. Ollie's in as well. Scamp is in. Great time. But he's dropped down a little bit. Mr. Lover is up there. JB properly up there. Look at 146,486. Which is just a second behind Sam, which is a really decent effort. Mr. Maguire always round the top. Space Cow's got there a lot recently. Test Monkey going VR, I believe, now. And Rapid always up there somewhere, half a second from Sam. And, of course, Sam is up there at the top, as always. When it comes to the fast guys, we do have Jeddah Racing on a 144,816. He's just got there, hasn't he? So 144,816 is 3 seconds quicker than the gold, which is pretty impressive. There's some good efforts from people there. We're going to take the rental. There she is. We're going to take her in. What should we take it in? We'll take it in. We'll take it in the cool silver, because we'll be able to see through that. Yeah, being close to Mr. Maguire is an achievement, JB. Absolutely. It's a good time to be up there. Settings, folks. Assists, traction control 1. Default, weak ABS. I keep saying default, but we're not using it. We're going to start off with no assists. Highly likely we're going to get some assists on. Controller settings. We're on a G29. Customized pedals. Controller steering sensitivity 5. Force feedback max torque 7. Force feedback sensitivity 7. We've never really changed those whilst in a race, but if we do find the steering a little bit weird, we could change those. There's something to try. So we're looking for a 147,960. We'll go and find out what's going on, and then we'll see what we have to do. No brake balance. Bit of a slider, I feel. 147.9. Rev it just to the point it gets to the top. Braking on the 100, which is the GR3 braking point. Again, we're going to brake on the 100. We're going to try and get down to first to slam. Then we're going to try and cut away from the apex if we can. We blew that. We're going to have to brake a touch earlier there. But we'll learn all this as we go. We're not going to do it in the first 5 laps, that's for sure. We're going to brake on the 100 again, maybe just before. Back end of the car certainly wants to come round as we're braking. It helps the turning. It certainly does, but it's a little bit out of control. Counter steer might be required to just resist that. I don't know. It's not undrivable at this point. We're going to get used to it, I think. Braking in a straight line before it turns. Good night, Magnus. You take care, buddy. I just flicked a wheel out there. We're going to do that a few times, I think. And I think when they go red lap, I think the next one will be red. Yeah, we get a red because of where we flicked the tyre over the white line. But let's see if we can improve a little bit. Got to try and do the slowing down in the straight line before the corner. We are braking far too late. Got to go slower to go faster. That's the point. So I'm going to brake about the 120. And then on lap 3 we're going to aim to put a ghost lap in. We could load a demo ghost, but I don't use demo ghosts from other races. The methodology I prescribe for you and me, well, the methodology I prescribe for me to get gold is to always race myself and better myself. If I was to put a ghost up of somebody else, that's not me, and I don't drive like them. And the only way I'm going to improve my efforts is to improve my effort. There's no issue, I don't think, with going and watching somebody else's ghost, but when you're trying to race somebody else's ghost that is a mile ahead, and I know they can reset it, but I think the best prescribed action is to race yourself. Again, we've got to slow that down before we enter the corner. We're going too fast into the corner. So 149 first lap, or 150. There's a couple of people acknowledging something I've said. It's appreciated. Thank you. We're half a second up according to the timer on my previous lap. We've got to get down into the 46s to make this a real good effort. I know JB said he got a faster time using the rental, so using his own car, sorry, a garage car. So we will be going there. And we have to go slower to go faster, that's apparent. It's so much easier when you've got a ghost, in my opinion. Got something to pace off, you've got something to benchmark where you are. Here we go, a 1:48.991 for the first timed lap with no penalty. And we went red first corner. Wow. Out the 120. It actually drives really well when you get it under control, doesn't it? Trying to keep the wheels in line rather than having the car sliding. We gained under braking, but we lost out there because we braked probably just a little bit too late. Last time we were wide round that corner, this time we were narrow, too narrow. Really got to smooth this up. We'll find a faster lap the smoother we get. Right, let's see if we can get turn one right. I'm wondering how frustrated I'm going to get with this. Nice and smooth round turn one. Just gaining a little bit over the previous lap. Not against the ghost at this time. Brake on the 120. Feel like we lost a tenth through there according to the time, but not against where I am against the car. We got the car turning then, didn't we? That was quite comfortable. Now this is the corner I've really got to try and improve on. There we go. Smooth it up. Get it nice and smooth and we'll find the route to success. Oh, he went wild on me. Ah, you slug. I just didn't want to change gear and lock the car up, but never mind, we've demonstrated we can do it, so that would be somewhere in the 147s. I believe if we kept that going, we get a purple time with a red lap, which is good, look. the optimal 1:48.078, which not too bad. We'll do that again. We're not gear slamming as much as we possibly can, I think. There's lots of time to find here, lots of time. Too many red laps for my liking. That's where the frustration is, I think, in the recent lap time challenges. Just got the car sliding a bit too much, too fast. Just got to not be tempted to go too deep into the corner too fast. Brake and then let off the gas, let the car stabilise. Gonna pick up some time here, I think, on that optimal lap. Now this is again a corner I'm trying... Am I going to brake on the 100 just to get it slowed down? Yes, I think that's where I've got to brake. This should be a 47 on the old optimals. There it is, well inside. So let's do that again on a clean lap. I don't think there are any shortcuts to success on these tests. I don't think you will... Well, maybe not right. That's probably not entirely true. If someone was to tell you the help aids, the braking points, etc., that would help you significantly. But the shortcuts to success come because somebody else has done it. And if you're going to try and do it, you've then got to match their ability and their skill, and that's where I struggle. So if you're trying to do this off your own bat, as I try and do every week, I don't think there are no shortcuts, because you will learn more by doing it yourself, and you'll become a better driver by doing it yourself. But if you want to get it done in 25 minutes and get on, then that's absolutely fine, but I think you'll probably learn more doing it yourself. But I'm not saying you shouldn't do it any other way, it's entirely up to you. We'll hopefully dip into the low 48s now. 48.4. What do we need? A 47.9? Right, we're starting to get to our fastest, as you can see now. We're really having to chase the ghost. I changed down to second gear in that first corner, and I should have been in third, which lost me 0.2, as you can see. Too quick into there, I think. Yeah. Just got to carry on with this be slow to be fast situation. Trying to carry too much speed into the corner is going to be detrimental. We were faster through Sector 2, which was a surprise. Really can cut that corner as well. So 2/10 down on that lap, which is a learning experience. Definitely third gear, turn one. Just keeping tabs with the Ghost. This is the corner I don't like at the minute. The precision needed between brake and throttle into that corner is quite stupendous. It really is a bit of a technique, and I'll try and talk about that when I've got it right in my head. We can cut a bit more there, I think. We lost a bit coming through there, which was a disappointment. We can get that a little bit better. This will be a 48.1. There it is. Did anybody notice the sausage straddle there? We did straddle the sausage. That worked in our favour. They did let us. We do like a sausage straddle occasionally. We had a faster gear slam there. As always, correct, JB. At the 120. If I can get gold this time through, that'll be gold within 10 laps, which I think would be... I don't know if that's a fair... Oh, I've just blown it there. With that as a fair effort or a reasonable example of what people are doing. Is gold relatively achievable? I don't know. How long did it take you folks to get gold? Did you get gold in the first 10 laps? And there was the perfect final corner to deliver gold, I believe, in 10 laps. There's a 47.6. I thought gold was 47.9, so... And we went red. I'm going to go and check. Just got back from taking the daughter's boyfriend home. Well, good on you, mate. Let's go and have a look and save that Ghost and see if we got into gold. I can't remember. 47.605 is the time we got, so we beat the optimal. Yes, we are. We're into the top 8,250 with plus 2.66. Ten laps to get there. No shotgun required then, Ryan. We're just going to carry on with the with the same. Oh. Oh, we've got some other ghosts saved for this circuit, look. No shotgun required just yet. Okay. 147.605, well, the Valkyrie was quickest, wasn't it? This is in date order, which is fair enough. There's a collection button. What happens there? No relevant. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's get back to it. Same car, no setup adjusting just yet. What did JB say? 4 minutes? I'm assuming it took JB 4 minutes to get gold is what he was saying. So I'm a bit slow at that point. Pretty good effort, JB. Good effort, amigo. We didn't look to... I haven't got a ghost again, look. Does my head in. I've got to come all the way out once I leave, and I don't know why. I've got to get all the way out. Yeah, I've only had 2 good laps. But the second one was gold. But that third one was gold, sorry. I'm not sure what assists to use as yet. We're just gonna keep... Where did I get to in the friends list? I've got to be 25th or so, haven't I? 23rd. Just above Big Popper. I do all this every time. Not ranking board, I want the settings. Ghost settings. Load ghost. That one. Get back to it. I said that a few minutes ago. I still think there's a fair whack of time to chop off here. We'll see what we can do. Next chapter is top 10. That's where we need to be next. Top 10 of the friends list. And I think we're going to probably need to add the counter steer option. As we just come across a bit of sound lag on my end. Hope you don't get that. A little bit of a breakup. The car to go smoothly in there. Getting that as smooth as possible to try and take that jerky four-wheel slide away from the middle of that corner, which really upsets the car big time. Same here. We're going to have a real dive through on that apex there. Yeah, we can match that. This will be a very similar time, 47.6 I'd say. 47.9, so just outside. Okay, so we've got 2 ghosts to beat now. Very close to going red. I really need to smash that sausage every time we come round that corner. Try and get the car smooth. There was a bit of wheel spin through there as well, wasn't there? And there it is. There's that breakaway that I don't like from that corner. Trying not to do it here. Two tenths down. It looks like we're going to have to go and put counter steer on to try and give us that little bit of grip that I'm not getting through pushing. Maybe I'm just trying to go too fast now. I don't want to get stuck like I did at the last one where I ran for an hour with not gaining. I'm going to try and do something early on before I try and smash out too many laps. I don't want to get stuck in a bit of a rut. There's a red. I'm going to go put it on. Counter steer. Let's put that on. Don't know if that's going to clear my ghost. I think we'll lose the ghost. If we go across the line, we're going to have to go and restart all over again. It's going to stop that massive surge of... We're still going to get the slide, but it's going to try and stop that, isn't it? Oh, we've got ghosts. That's good. Go and enjoy, JB. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers, pal. Days of Thunder needs to be watched, mate. Sure, JB's pretty sure his time's not going to get beaten by me. I can't get that corner. I've got absolutely no idea what film JB's going to watch, because I know he's completed Pornhub, so it can't be anything wild. JB's giving me, I'm ignoring that. Don't need the help at this point in time. Thanks, JB. Go and watch your film. If I had a mod, I'd delete that. Ruthless. Yeah, that's right. This should deliver a better lap time of 47.5, maybe 47.4, 47.366. Using higher gears through corners is working. Slightly slower through turn 1. I felt I was quicker into that corner, but obviously not. Staying straighter into the corner really does help for the braking. Oh, it broke free on me again there. I think I want to keep that in 5th gear. Slightly quicker up to there. Just lost it coming out that last corner, but we weren't anywhere near to a real success there, so middle 47s is where we're at the moment. Let's see if we can just work on that. Slow through turn 1 again. I suppose the reason I want to find out for myself is it's about playing the game and enjoying the game as much as I think as I could. I only want to visit one of these once, really, maybe twice. And if I really struggle, I'm going to really struggle. I'll do the research bit after. But I kind of guess there's people out there that are absolutely itching to tell me how to go faster. Why people can't restrain from giving the advice. And I know they're only trying to help. But I really want to try and do it myself using a process. I found a couple of corners that we need to go faster at, and we've actually got faster using a higher gear. Like down here, changing to second is killing the car, it's causing the slide, so I think I want to try and do this in 3rd, but I just don't know how the car is gonna come out of the corner in 3rd. I don't know if we lost going out. I'm going to keep this in 4th here. He said that and then went to 3rd, but I'd already lost the car before that point. Too fast in, I think. There's that. Is it ASM as opposed to counter steer that this needs? Probably. Let's keep trucking. At least we're not putting red lap after red lap after red lap. At least we're able to see any. There we go. We sausaged that one. We're going to just save that ghost. Do the exit thing. 47272 optimal. So up to 2.43, top 5,620. And we're just in the 18th, top 20, so we're still making progress. Let's see if ASM makes any difference. Quarter to 9, quarter to 10. Yeah, not too bad. Still nowhere near the 5,900 viewers that GT's got. But hey ho. Do what we do. See if that brings anything to the party. Go. We'll probably slow the car down tremendously. Totally agree, Neil. Totally agree. But even I don't like the four-wheel drive system on the Subaru because you can't turn it off. It always wants to remain in control, and that makes it a horrible snow driving car. Mine is anyway. It's horrible in the snow. It won't do what I want it to do. It turns better, but it's a bit heavier. We're well down on the Ghost. There's no saying these helps are going to actually help. We tried third gear last time there, didn't we? And that sort of worked. Still too fast into there, got to slow that down for the entry. Seconds slower than what we're capable of. Can't get over the remarkable likeness between the Mitsi and the Scooby. But if you think about it, they're both from Fuji Heavy Industries, and I'm not saying Subaru and Mitsubishi are the same company. They have the same inherent genes, don't they? World Rally Car platform, Fuji Heavy Industries, which controls most of Japan's motorsport stroke car manufacturing. I have Mitsubishi parts in my car. I'm sure there's Mitsubishis that have got Subaru parts in. Tried to slow that down a little bit earlier. See if we can pick that up a bit better. Faster than the other Ghost, but not faster than our main Ghost, I don't think. We're about 0.4 down. We've got to do that just that little bit better, just through turn one. We're going to try this corner at the end here in third. See if we can try and stop a bit of that slide that we're experiencing when we go down to second. And that's a no. But we were quicker. We were rubbish into there, weren't we? We didn't slow down enough. Shame. Can really get over on this next apex, which we're going to try and exploit. Not going to be quick enough, I don't think, to beat it across the line. No, just a fraction down. Oh, Mariana doesn't like this one. I need to change my screen over, don't we? And you can see my current time. That'll be better for you. I actually don't think these are realistic tests, to be honest. I don't know what PD are trying to teach us. Unless they're trying to show us how to drive the game fast. Not these cars, but how to drive the game fast. Professional streamer? Who said that? Professional streamers earn a living from it. I am certainly not. But welcome, Opera Loves Cake. Thank you very much for you. Unless you're referring to GT as being the professional streamer, then I would wholly concur. Got a long way to go, but it would be nice if I could get to some sort of level. I don't think we will, but there we go. Professional streamers change their cam position. Well, we did that just to show you the time on the right hand side. We've got it all set up, you know. What I am glad of is not now having a car that gives me red laps every lap. What I'm not doing though is putting decent times in. Because you haven't got 1080p selected in your options, or have you? Are you actually on auto, not 1080p? Are you on a TV or your phone? You're normally watching on your phone, if I remember correctly. I'm uploading at 2K I'm uploading at. So if you're watching at 1080p, you're watching a scaled down version of 2K. Which is YouTube's fault, not mine. Are you watching on a monitor this time? Okay. I wonder how far away the lag is. So if I was to tell you I am going round the tight hairpin, braking for that tight hairpin now, apexing now, I'm going to look out my other monitor and see. Apexing now. So that's the delay between the two. What I'm seeing on YouTube and probably what you're seeing is the delay. And in that time, YouTube are taking my stream that I upload in 2K. Can't upload in 4K at the moment. Or am I uploading in 4K? 2160 by 1440, yes. 4K. I am uploading in 4K. And YouTube are taking that and scaling it out to 5 different sizes in a matter of 9 seconds. So Twitch is a much better quality because they don't mess with the output. Twitch are planning to. They're planning to go to a very similar method, very similar setup to YouTube, allowing the streamer to choose their level of upload. I'm losing time through that corner using this ASM, aren't I? ASM is the problem. We touched the gravel. We touched the gravel, which is never good. What I've found with YouTube as a viewer is it will always reset to auto. It won't reset to the level I want to watch it. And I think the difference between YouTube and Twitch is very much the user experience rather than what's intended by the streamer. I'm uploading through Restream to Twitch. So I'm not making any gains there. Our fastest is a 147.366. I'm not gaining since I've put counter steer on, so 20 miles done. What is my fastest replay from that session? I don't think that was an improvement, was it? No, so we are going to turn off that assist of ASM. See if we get the ghost back. Now we're going to have to see if we can come back anywhere near. We've got the ghosts, that's good. I need a slightly wider entry in there. I need to delay my turn in somewhat. Mariana doesn't seem to have appeared on Twitch. Not as smooth as I'd like it to be through there. I want to leave it in 4th gear through there, but I think here needs 4th gear as well, probably. Nah, it didn't need 4th gear through there. I'll have to wait for the throttle to stop it sliding out to the right, won't I? That's the first red lap, but let's see how we do. Next planned change is to a garage car. Totally standard from the garage, no changes. Which should potentially be the same as this car, to be honest, we'll see. And then we'll use a garage modified car, see how that does. Making micro gains against previous lap. Braking on the 120 is where we're aiming for. Got to get this corner right. I want to leave this one in 4th, so we're going to have to wait for the acceleration point. There we go. That's an improved time. I should see a 46 there. Oh, almost. 47.183. There's more time to be had yet. Didn't quite match the acceleration of the previous lap. out of turn 1, but I'm guessing Mariana's given up. She does fall asleep at the monitor quite a lot. I'm only saying that to get her to come back and chant at me, but obviously not. Gonna leave this one in 4th. See if we can make some gains. We are doing. Not enough to improve the time. But the next time we come at that corner, so it's definitely 4th gear, bottom of the hill. Faster out this time. Lost it all. Lost everything coming out of that corner. Wowzers. Mariana's back into Twitch. Forgotten password. How often do we do that? You're not the only one. There's a computer game I've been playing for 20 plus years. I've managed to sign into it on this PC upstairs, but to play on my laptop, can't remember the password. I know what it is, but it won't accept it, and I don't know why. It's ridiculous. So many times I log into another machine and have to put the password in again, and I can't get the system. Can't get the system to recognise my sign-on. It's ridiculous. But is the quality any better, Mariana? You'll be more up to date. You'll be closer to the actual production time than you are on YouTube. Much quicker this time to there. Good. Pleased for you. Well, we're losing time again. That's actually what I find. That's a new subscriber, I think. Just gone dong. Smash of glass. Which is epic. Lost that corner again. That's the one I need to work on. That was a follow on Twitch. That was Opera Loves Cake has found Twitch as well. We blew the time there, right on the time of that notification came through. Hey ho. I know we've got a little bit of time in this, and I'm just losing it at a couple of corners. I found more time on other corners. Let's see if we can beat it one more time, and then we're going to go and change the car to a garage one, a garage bog standard. There we go, that was faster through the apex. We look like we're losing out. It's currently suggesting we can do a 46.870, which would make me happy. Keep it in third. There we go, that's better. Now we don't want to lose it on this one like we've been losing recently. That's good. Gonna keep it in fourth. Oh, we lost loads of time through there. Overbraked. That's such a shame. Losing 2/10 on the final corner. That is heartbreaker, because that's going to make the early part of the lap really, really fast. That's a real frustration. Sector 3, we lost all that time just on that final corner. Overcautious in the slowdown, and we went red T1, which we need to improve on that. You can have chat and a max screen. That's brilliant. Yeah, it's good to be able to see all the chat. Oh, I've got an itchy nose off this microphone. It's terrible. Gonna have to get a furry one rather than a foamy one. I actually noticed I was getting noise off this microphone earlier, so I've had to add a noise gate just to try and cut out any additional noises it was picking up. Far too technical and insider numbers for you guys, I think. Again, Opera, another thing that doesn't feel realistic. I'm going to try and improve the speed through this final corner. Gaining on the reds, but sports hards. They're like Continental road tyres. Extremely hard. Amazing wear, rubbish in rain. Best car for the Tokyo 600 on my channel. Just search Tokyo and you'll find 20 plus cars that can win the race. My personal favourite, engine swapped, is the Alpine A110. If it's a no engine swap you're looking for, the GTR 17 is absolutely awesome. I do recommend my tune, but the best car overall is the Escudo, and I have two tunes for the Escudo around Tokyo 600. But I've taken every single car from the Tokyo 600 race and I've made my own tune for each car, and every car in that race will win that race. So if you like the RE Armenia, which I think you do, I think you're a Armenia fan, you'll find that car on there as well. and that is capable of winning. The GTR is good. But I would tell you the A110, the Alpine A110, in its normal form is as good. And that gets an engine swap for the GTR engine. But the GTR standard is pretty decent. We just flicked the red again. I've got to constipate on this, really. I've got to get my eyes down and think about it. I actually got that better that time. We were on a red time. That's annoying. 146.7 is showing as a possible best. Third gear for this corner. Don't like it when it slides out. Look how much we're going through. Just ignore chat for 147.127 seconds. Why, what you're about to do? Look how far I was up then. It goes to prove we've got it. We just need to stop dive bombing turn 1. Beat it by a 10th. Is that your fastest lap time? A 147.127? That's what I got. That's my fastest time. 142.127. All you've got to do is be persistent, belligerent, refuse to die. I refuse to die. I will get it. I will get there. It might take me the full 3 hours of the stream, but I will do it, and I will find my way to the future. And it doesn't have to be fast. As long as it's progressive and I can enjoy it. A few more revs available. Do you think I can rev it out further? Is what Neil's saying. I've just been going to the point where it flashes. And of course, knowing that Neil is in the Sweden and he doesn't have an active rig, unless he's gone and bought himself a rig now for the Sweden, he's actually talking sensible on things that he can see are potentially available. Based on experience gained prior, rather than actual, which which is always a good shout, because what I know from Neil is he's actually making suggestions of things to try rather than known things. Did I watch the highlights of the Grand Prix? No, the wife refused today. I was gonna sit down and watch them, but she denied me. No, she didn't want to. So I didn't get to watch them. I didn't watch them last night. I was watching Daisy. When I grow up, I'm going to be a Daisy streamer. I see the rev counter maxed. I see the rev counter flashing at me. I fully appreciate what Neil says. It's not to the maximum. I just don't know that you're getting the most out of the car. I think it needs to be slightly short shifted, because the boost is dropping away now, look. But gear changes are the enemy of your Gt7 driver. But the Formula 1 season for 24, I hate to tell you, I can tell you who's going to win it. It's kind of boring from the start, and there's no appeal for me to watch it at all, unless I'm going to go and see who comes second. Because there's no way in the world Lewis is winning it at Mercedes. No way, not a chance. And there's no way Max is losing it. I don't honestly see the championship going anywhere different. The round one, yes, understood now. Yeah, I don't look at that one. It's too far away from my point of reference. I can't see it where I am. I'm looking at the back of the bumper at the car in front of me, just to keep the car where it needs to be. I'm not looking anywhere else. Braking too late for turn 1. I think they've overpriced this Evo X in the game. I think it's 100 grand on credits is too much for this. They're just charging 100 grand because it's new. It was never 100 grand when it was new first time round. It was only 45 odd K to buy one. Yeah, well, if anybody thinks the Christian Horner thing was anything but a distraction to try and break up the team and give them problems before they started, well, that's exactly what that was. We went red just then. So the whole Christian Horner thing was designed to try and upset the team, give them a bit of a problem before they started the season, but it hasn't worked. Jerry still loves him. So, as I see it, that was just, I don't know, strutting a blonde in front of him. Not yet, Sam. I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. Appreciate the input. I'm still at the point of trying to find my maximum, and I've gone red again. I've got a break earlier for turn 1, which is where I'm just at. I've already ignored some comments from JB. I don't need to ignore comments from other people, but good of you to ask. I'm not ready for it yet. I don't want to be broken. I've still probably got what I know as half a second in this. So I've already done it. I've just got to put it together, but I'm just struggling to put it together, and I don't need to relearn how to drive the car to get together what I've already know. I'm doing better on my red laps, which is doing me head in. I don't know what the text messages are, Neil. Everybody keeps talking about them, but I don't actually know what they are. Those messages that have been released, I don't know what they are at all. Nobody will actually publish them, I don't think, in a real world scenario. I think relying on just the chat. Again, turn one just does the death. I'm just ignoring everything I'm trying to tell myself to do, which I just need to do. Brake earlier for turn one, turn in later. Got to keep the car from sliding like I'm forcing it to do, but that's just frustration, so... There's loads more track limits, I think. I think I've just not... It'd be nice if I can work out how to stop the car sliding there. Maybe just keep it in fourth. Keeping this in fourth here is working for me. I know if I can come round within a tenth of there, I can gain 2/10 by getting that one right. I can fully clip that one some more, I know that. This one is doing my head in significantly because, well, I was 3/10 up, wasn't I? And I lost 2/10 coming across the line. Blew that again. I don't know why. I'm turning in too early. I'm carrying too much speed. I've got to brake before the 100. And I'm still braking on the 100 because I can't get my brain out of it because that's my GR3 braking point. And that's where I know where to brake. It's just that relearning. It's massive frustration. Yeah, I generally think the Christian Horner thing was a distraction to try and break the team up in spirit and process before the start of the season. It didn't work. I don't know what you mean by that, Mariana. That's the gear indicator. It's completely useless. It doesn't tell you the right gear at all. As you can see, we're going to go around this corner in fourth. Just does my head in. I've now got to do another entire lap. I'm not going to do it now. Get one corner wrong and you've got the whole thing to restart. No, not going to do it. I'm going to go... We're going to lose the optimal. I've probably lost my fastest lap ghost as well because I'm really frustrated now. Not revving it out. We're going to change cars, I think, anyway. We're going to go to a garage car now. Is that the new Audi you're talking about, Mariana? Yeah. Yeah, frustration point has arrived. I'm going to try a new car. We're down to top 4,000 though at 2.2%. Doesn't take us into the top 10 yet. We're top 15. So, back all the way out. I must drink as well. Haven't had a drink in a long time. No, I don't think there's any attraction for me to watch the F1 on a regular basis this year. It's just genuinely going to be... We need to buy the sports hards, don't we? We've already owned them. I think it's about 80,000, isn't it? Participants? 80,000, something like that. We can look. We can just flick through the paddles, I think. The paddles will take you to the end. I think it'll be a few clicks, but we'll get there. We can have a look, can't we? I think there's an app you can look at. There's an app now that downloads the statistics. Not sure what it's called, but I've definitely seen somebody post something on YouTube, on Facebook, that says how many people. It would take a few clicks to go through, wouldn't it? It would take a fair few clicks. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh no, want ghost settings. 127 it is. Let's see if a modified garage car does any better. I say modified. It's body mods, chassis mods. No, body mods, aero mods, and a little bit of other things. See if we can get it anywhere. I think it's about 80,000 participants. This is a modified garage car, so it's probably entirely the wrong car to use. But we do have a standard garage car that we could go to. I'm gonna leave it in 4th gear round here. Much more stable through there. and already beat it. Kind of frustrated with that. Shouldn't be, but I am. I have absolutely no idea. Somebody's told me about the watch points and I've got to read about them, and I'm supposed to create you things that you can buy with the watch points, things that allow you to interact with me more. So for example, keep hydrated. You can spend points to remind me to keep drinking, or these were the points that were explained to me, not that I'm suggesting that these are what they're going to be. Or drive a race without your glasses, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure my channel wants to support that kind of thing. I suppose on a casual night, yes, we could do that, but I don't think I want to drive laps without my glasses on this kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure I want to do that kind of thing. I would rather put the watch points to something a little bit more structural and not drive a lap naked or something like that. That's not what I mean. You know, I'd like to put the watch points as something like £10,000 watch points, and I'll make a video at your choice, whichever race, and put a target, put a price against requests. So unless you spend the 5,000 for a video of a particular race, that kind of thing, I think that's where I want the watch points to go, and based on those requests, I will make the videos, but not entirely sure I want to put them down to doing things that are dramatically daft or silly. Though they could be quite interesting, because it'd be interesting to see what people consider they want to see me doing, but I'm not entirely sure I want to do that on a regular basis. Yes, that's correct, I believe. You get watch points from watching me. We can do better than that. We are ever so slow at the start, aren't we? We went to 4th there as we crossed the apex. No worries, Mariana, you take care. I'm not as fast as the Silver Ghost round here. And I really don't know what makes the car step out there. That is so frustrating. I lost over 2.5 tenths through there, and it's upset my rhythm. I lost half a second going through that top corner, which I need to sort out. My desktop background is from... I probably shouldn't say. My desktop background on my PC... flubberdob. My desktop background is electromagnetism from a science experiment. It spans a 5-monitor desktop, which is absolutely massive. But it's... I don't have a great passion for desktops because I lose things. Oh, we're red, for Christ's sake. I lose things like icons on a desktop with images, and it does my nut in. So I like a relatively plain desktop that I can see everything on my screen, and my desktop is so massive that I don't really want a massive amount of image on it. And also desktops really, really, really eat your memory, believe it or not. And I know in modern systems like today, they don't eat that much memory, but desktops are just a waste of resources when you could be using those resources for important things. But I'm not saying you shouldn't have a desktop. All I'm saying is from a process point of view, desktops are negative to PC production processes. But each to their own. You can do with your PC what you want. I would like to think that I'd have a Gt7 one if it would fit my screen. But I'm a bit miffed that the PS5 doesn't work with my monitor resolution. So I'm stuck with what we've got. But in around about 4 weeks' time, we'll have something better anyway. It's going to be all change. I got the new desk set up yesterday, got the new monitors set up on that new desk this morning. I anticipate that tomorrow night being a no stream night, we will try and get something more set up. Try and get another PC rigged up, get that working, so I've got a second PC on the Gt7 screens, and we'll have Twitch and YouTube displaying from a separate PC rather than the same one that's doing all the recording and streaming. Oh, just a slight improvement, nothing major, but all at the end. A 10th down. We found a route through that corner there without having a problem, which is really interesting. Maybe the revving out thing that Neil pointed out has got benefits. Gonna really brake early for this. Like I did last time, trying to hug that line. Ah! I was reading Neil's comment there and just lost my eyesight to the corner. That's my fault for being distracted. Not because of the distraction, it's my fault because of I took my eyes away from where I need them. That should be a 46. There we go. There we go. We're making gains now. Fourth gear works very well, as pointed out by Neil. Grego, welcome on Twitch. Big gains. We're doing alright, so we're having a marginally frustrating evening with this time trial, but we're getting there. We've blown past gold. We're into the friends list. We've just got into the 146s. We're looking to start to make gains. We're trying not to get help from anybody. We're trying to do it ourselves. We have a couple of people shouting up observation things that I haven't really noticed but are helping. But I don't really want to be told how to do it. I'm looking to work it out and see if I can understand. There we go. Let's see if we can get this one right. This will be the biggest mover and gainer of the evening if we can just make this one stick. We lost the grip then. We want the boost of fourth to push us. Come on. There we go. There's a 46.5. That's really starting to push on. We're getting there. We lost it there. We didn't get the fourth gear on the apex or just before the apex like I have the last couple of corners, but we are making ground. Yep, Neil's pointing that out. Fourth gear is helping. I've tried to back away a little bit, I think, subconsciously on the gear slamming and being a progressive brake. I wonder if we need to just get harder on the gear slamming a little bit. The car is more controlled and more planted into the corner if we are arriving at the corner at the right speed. And that's the criticality, I think. This corner especially, if you can arrive through this corner without the sliding and follow the car around the inside of the turn. See, we've just done it there, we've slid the car. Don't go red, it went red. What a slug. So the next thing to do is to go and get a garage standard car. One from the garage that has had nothing done to it. We're currently on a modified car and I think I've just gone red for the next lap as well. Probably definitely now. If that stays red, I'm going to go to the garage. Yeah, it's gone red. We're going to go to the garage and choose a totally standard car from the garage. Let's see if we can now improve on that. I still think there's a couple there. A 46.533 based on the last lap. We're into the top 1,500. 1.64%. We're into our top 10, so we just sat behind JB. Just half a tenth behind. We've leapfrogged a few, but we're up to where we need to be, and now we're going to try and push just above that. We've got a second to go to get to Sam. I think I'd like to be around about the 146.2. Would kind of make me want to leave it for another day. Maybe. Did I save that replay? I hope so. But yeah, we're getting there. We're where we need to be. For anybody that's wondering, yes, I have to exit the game to keep my ghost. Strange little bug that only seems to apply to me is that if I don't come all the way out, the ghosts don't load again, which is frustrating. We are going to select from the garage, totally standard Evo. Please forgive me. Need to take a drink, that's a reminder. It is Gt7 doing its thing. Are we on sports hards? We are. So we found going from the rental to our own garage car, we were able to gain nearly 6-7 tenths, really. Now we're going to try and gain whatever we can gain. Yeah, we went from 147.366 to 146.538. So, we're going to try it with a totally standard car using exactly the same controller settings. And see if we can do any better. Although, my garage car feels 1,000% more planted than this. My modified garage car. Let's see what we can do. Effed it first corner. Fourth gear for this corner, definitely a little of a lift. Back on the juice. Do I have to go to fourth to slow it down? Do I have to go to third to slow it down? Can I keep it in fourth and punch it through the corner? That's the question. It will just slow everything down if I just keep it in fourth place. And I don't mean slow everything down in terms of the speed. It will stop what I'm having to do so much of. I'll have more time, more control if I'm not changing down gear quite so much. My car looked to be way quicker out the corner. Do I need to just improve my line through there? Probably a little bit more. I keep fighting for a wider entry, don't I? That's what and how I'm improving is the wider I can enter, the faster, straighter exit I can have, which is where we need to be. If I can keep fourth gear around that top corner as well, that might help. Fourth gear around here does absolute wonders. That acceleration in fourth is tip top. Trying to keep it in fourth gear for all the corners if I can. Fourth gear seems to be the one. I think I arrived at the corner far too fast. Again, think I need to back that off for that corner. Had to panic brake a little bit. The gear slamming thing not working for me. The car isn't stable enough when I'm making the entrance to the corner to keep it planted and not sliding. It did it there again, if you noticed. I'm going to try and use fourth gear around this next corner. It sort of worked for me earlier. Just got a little bit of a slide, but not too bad. Lost 2/10 there. Gaining them back though. Trying to keep it in fourth didn't help me there, but that was my fault. I should have got back on the gas much quicker. That would have been a quicker lap if we'd have had that. There we go. I'm ahead of you, JB, not Mr. Lot, mate. No, I'm up to 7th. Am I ahead of you? No, I don't think I am. No, I'm very close to you. Probably about a 10th off. Probably about a 10th away. I don't know, I can't remember your time, but I'm almost there. Top 10 I'm in. How's the movie going though? I've never seen that one. We're making gains. We're doing okay. We're resisting the temptation for anybody to try and give me advice. Don't think I need it at the minute. We're still making improvements. We're still following the process. We're struggling to keep the car planted and in a position where it wants to accelerate and not sliding sideways. Just experimenting with revving it out. Losing a little bit there. I don't know whether that's against the major ghost or the previous ghost. Yeah, 46,587. We have to do more than that. Fourth gear is the right one for turn 1. We're doing good. Haven't seen a peep from Big Popper tonight. I'm guess he's sat quietly watching, thinking, should I be doing this one? Thank you, Olive. Trying to stop the car from being slidey. That's where the gains are. It's braking earlier. Braking earlier and keeping the car planted. Release the brake too quickly, the back end steps away. You brake too quickly, the back end steps away. Keep it in fourth gear, we'll get the gains. I know we're slow at this point, but we are catching. We are catching with the gear change, and let it rev longer. That's the next thing to oh my lordy. Can we push on a little bit? Let's see. Also noticed I'm probably leaving my foot on the throttle which is probably not helping. Look how much we're losing there. That's unreal. Didn't get the car turned enough and on the throttle early enough to catch that acceleration there. We lost over a tenth and a half purely because of the delay in the throttle. Getting it into fourth before the apex on the final corner gives us almost 3/4 of a tenth gain going towards the line. So there's some things to learn. We're still learning at this point, which is great. It's really positive that we can be making gains and still see more time. I still want another half second. I think that's in this. Trying to rev it out to catch up, but it's not working. Tried to get on the throttle earlier there. Well, we rode that curb a little bit too aggressively. Ah, you swine. Your OPT was 48,900. You mean 45,900 probably? Yeah, it's the fact that that just sent me red annoyed me more than anything else. I haven't got my OPT down to 45 yet. I still don't know whether revving out is the thing. Keeping it in fourth now is the way to go. We've got an hour to go, so we've got a little bit of time to find. I hope it's not boring people to death. It's been a very quiet night. There's not many people watching. So it's that time of year as well, isn't it? It's spring. And GT's been streaming tonight, so here's 5,900 watchers. People are probably watching him. You can't make a guess on one night of low volumes of streaming, but Twitch has been rubbish for the last 2 weeks. virtually no watchers on Twitch nowadays. So I'm not putting a massive amount of effort into Twitch, I must admit, and I probably have to put some more in. But it's building an audience that wants to watch. And whilst I appreciate there's people that watch Twitch, they always migrate to YouTube because there's more chat going on. So I'm probably spreading myself a little bit too thin, streaming on 2 platforms. And whilst there's very little to no reason to carry on or to stop, I think now we've made a mark, I think we've got to keep the process going. We just have to find more time. But if there's nobody watching, there's nobody watching, and it can't be good to stream to no watchers. So we'll have to make a decision on where that goes and what that does, but at the minute, the stream goes out there whether people are watching or not. It's not costing me anything to stream to it, so happy days. Entirely standard car against custom car. I can't read that. Red. You'll have to hit the enter button, mate. There's no ads on YouTube then? Is YouTube ad free? Are there no... I'll ask that again. Are there no ads on YouTube? I asked that of somebody else and they said, no, there's no ads on YouTube. And I said, well, I suppose the only other thing you can do is be a YouTube member. And they said, oh yeah, I'm a YouTube member. And that's why you don't get ads on YouTube. So those people that watch on YouTube as well that are members won't get ads either. So there we go. You've got YouTube Premium, which stops the ads. But why would you have Twitch Premium if you have YouTube Premium? And there you go. That's the question answered. I'm only doing the minimal 3 minutes, which is what I'm required to do, or what I'm asked to do by Twitch. I suppose because I'm not earning any revenue anyway, I could just turn the ads off and it doesn't matter, does it? So... nobody's watching, there don't need to be ads. So, at the point... and I know Running Man's had the same question from people, why do we have to have 3 minutes of ads every hour? Well, it's once, it's one session, 3 minutes. You try and times that with his gentleman break. Ads at the start, that's it, yeah. That's probably another thing, yeah, I'll turn the ads off on Twitch. It's earning nothing anyway, so it doesn't matter. Which is the way I'm looking at it. If it means that Twitch don't support me with anything, then that's fine, then We can just turn Twitch off at the end of the day. And I appreciate there's people that have subbed, but well, we give them their money back. It's not a problem. If Twitch isn't what people want to use, then because of the adverts, I'll just turn it off. Not a problem. If there's no generic audience there, we won't, no point supporting it. My channel's probably too small to support 2 streams. YouTube actually told me the other day to create another channel. Double my revenue. Yeah, and there's another one. Ad blocker just kills it for the streamer. Using ad blockers just stop the streamer earning, so for the process we might as well just turn it off. If people aren't wanting to see the adverts and wanting to support the channel in that way, we'll just turn the adverts off. And if people still don't continue to watch, we'll turn the channel off. That's the way it is. I can quite happily go back to making videos every day. It's strange, isn't it? There was a demand from people to go live streaming and do the live streaming, and I put nearly 30 hours in a week towards the live stream and video making. And I know it's small and the channel's growing, but it's a worthwhile conversation, because at the end of the day, it's a massive effort. And for that one person, for that 2 or 3 cents or pence a day you make from watching the advert, it all adds up when there's 5,900 viewers, and they quite happily watch the adverts to watch GT, yet they don't watch the adverts to watch a smaller streamer, which is just what people do. So I get it. But a channel my size, just having eight people watching. I've had to take 2 off because I'm on both channels, YouTube and Twitch. To have 8 people watching is still, it's an okay thing. I'm no GT, I get it. Just have to make decisions that change things and improve things, that's all. Slug bucket. Changing to the standard car hasn't given me the time gain I was anticipating. The car doesn't feel as planted. I'm going to change car back. Ah, I've just read Tom's comment and I'm sorry to laugh. Tom says, thought I'd scraped hell when I got gold at S10, but hell has resurfaced at Le Mans Circuit Experience. Yeah, those, it's the Porsche curves, isn't it? They're what get you. But there's a license test that gets you the speed to go through there. In the S9, is it the R92C 68, whatever it is? L is at Nürburgring. Well, we're going to do that again. We're going to do that. I think we're going to do circuit experiences again on Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and we've got to do Le Mans. We've got to do Nürburgring again. So if that is something you want to see somebody, yeah, the last sector is the bit I'm talking about, Tom. If you want to see somebody do that and do it live, that's what we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday. That's where we're going to go. I've just not been telling anybody because I want to have a fair go at my top 10. And what I've been discovering is people are hammering them. And if we're doing it live together, then I've got a fair chance to go at the top 10 rather than giving people a run up to get at that. But hey, people want to do that, don't they? I'm not the fastest driver. I do know that. And hey ho. I've got to enjoy this too. And that's the other part of the process, isn't it? I think we can go faster in this one. Yeah, there's a couple of corners I found quite tricky. Yes, the new equipment I'm looking forward to, it just can't come quick enough. I'm sat watching my UPS app at the moment, waiting for it to get updated. I'm assuming the warehouse in Hamburg, Germany, doesn't work Saturday, Sunday, and they've been stock taking or the weekend or something, because my item got dispatched on... It says dispatched on Friday, and UPS haven't collected the packet yet. So all I can assume is that Fanatec's office has printed the tickets and scanned the labels all into the system, yet they haven't picked it yet. I've placed a second order which isn't now due till the 27th of May. Which is really quite interesting on lead time. But we'll see where that goes. I'm yet to see the bill for how much it's going to cost me for my £1,700 order for the wheel and pedals. I think the customs bill's going to be £400-500. Looking at what people are saying online. If it's under 300, I'll feel lucky. I've also got to go down the old framing shop and get my Nürburgring certificate sorted, haven't I? I haven't done that yet. I also need to post a copy to Az. We'll get that done. Oh, you slug in a nut bucket. I didn't actually change down from 5th there, and I should have. I should have turned the ghost off. Could have got that turned quicker. Really could have. Really need that straight line acceleration out of corners. Need the car to be slower on arrival so it will turn in, turn more, and get the power down. Keeping it in fourth is the right thing to do there. Still a way off our fastest Ghost. We went red as we straddled the final blooming thing. Oh. It feels like it's an age till the new wheel arrives. The rig is even further away. It's like a Christmas that never comes. But hey ho, they'll arrive. Right, nice and slowly into these corners. No, and then you go wide. What an absolute twonk. We'll get it there. I think I've got the leaving the foot on the pedal problem happening. I think I'm leaving throttle input going into the corner and it's pushing the car through the bend. So I'm deliberately going to back out of the throttle wholly. We've only got TC1 and the counter steer on. I wonder, with it being a four-wheel drive, if we can turn the TC off. That's got to be the next change. TC off then. Yeah, my rig that well, it's not just the fact that the rig I've ordered is out of stock. Everything I've ordered is out of stock. So their delivery is fine. It's just that there's no point sending you a rig if you haven't got the bits you've ordered. So I've ordered the entire thing. I've not just ordered a rig, I've ordered everything that goes with it. And for them to make the delivery, it has to be complete. So at this point, I would be minus a monitor mount and nothing to stand my monitors on. I would be minus a keyboard tray, minus a gear shift mount. All the things that are out of stock, they can't deliver, so the only thing we're waiting for. The problem with Fanatec is Fanatec are 3 or 4 months late with some people's orders. I only ordered on the 2nd and 10th of Feb I ordered, something like that. And I've got no tax bill to go with GT Amiga's delivery, so we're good there. But you can't blame Fanatec for the UK-Europe situation. It's not their fault. Although, I don't know what stops them having a UK hub, paying their tax on import and then charging us the UK tax. They just need a UK distribution outlet and that would solve all their problems, but it would mean them managing another distribution point, and I suppose that is a greater cost. But I understand they're having the same logistics issues in the US. So they're just changing distribution hubs from somewhere like California to Nevada, and they're having the same issues, so. And they're not having a tax problem there, they're having just a delivery problem. It's absolutely huge. The major launch pad was COVID, believe it or not, the lockdown. The lockdown really did launch a lot of the stuff. GT Amiga went through the roof. When the COVID lockdown thing started, people needed stuff to do to stay in, and I genuinely wish I'd got into it earlier. I genuinely wish I did, but the way it goes, what is and what is does is two different things, isn't it? I've just made that saying up in my head, haven't I? Yeah. But I think you know what I mean. I'm miles off my time. I can't be further away, can I? I've got slower over the last half hour. This fourth gear thing hasn't actually sped me up. I'm 0.7 of a second away from where I should be. Trying to go slower into corners is actually, I'm going slower. I've got to pick the pace up again. I've gone far too far the other way. Turning off TC hasn't done anything for me. Which GT Amiga have you got? I went third gear instead of fourth then, and look at the time tick off. Is it a square profile or round profile, or is it box? Is it the 80-20, 120-40, or is it the box tube? Is it aluminium profile? So if it's aluminium profile, it's going to be a prime or a prime light. If it's going to be box, it's going to be the art. So that's like inch and a quarter. If it's the tube one, that's... I can't remember the name of that. I'm only new to GT Amiga, to be honest. But if it's the tube one, then they're all decent. They're all good. They all do what they're supposed to do. Only comes down to a little bit of sim racing snobbery, depending on how much you want to pay or how much whichever rig you're going to get. But if you're going to get the good one, you're going to get the good one. So, and they're all good. They're all designed to suit the budget. GT Amiga have really set their stall out to be an affordable range. And they only get expensive when you add all the extra stuff on, so... I mean, I could have saved myself probably about 600 quid. Box tube. Yeah, so you're on the art. Which is decent kit. But GT Amiga have set out to make themselves affordable. Donkey doodah. The classic is box 2, yeah, okay. JB's not watching the film anymore. Turning the traction control off hasn't done anything. It really hasn't. Not like you, JB? I need to get the times back down into the 46s and start pushing, or that's me done. Because if we're not pushing, we're not there. Feels slow through there, but the car is nicely poised. Ah, just don't break myself. What a donkey. Again, was going to offer advice, but it P15535 you off, lol. Oh yeah, it does, because I'm trying to do it. If it really bothers people so much that they want to offer advice, I'll go and do it on a video, my attempt, post the video, and then I'll do a live stream on how to get better. I think that's what I'm going to do in the future. I think I'm going to go and do it offline. And then when I come online to do it on the Sunday, I think I'll do it when it comes out on a Thursday. On my Thursday night off, I'll do the time trial as a video. And then I'll do the live stream on a Sunday on how do you think I can get better. That's what I think I'll do. And then that gives everybody the opportunity to tell me how to do it. And I know what I'm coming for then. It's not the advice you give me, it's how you give me the advice. And I'm not talking about you, JB, I'm talking about in general. People say, oh, the next corner you need to do this. or do this at the next corner. They don't say what corner it is. They give me half a line of text that made me stop, rethink, have to redo it again. Then they don't tell me about the negative effect of what that change does, like you have to set it up 2 corners before. That's what I find really difficult. They break me, and it's not good, because I come across as a right chipmunk on the channel, and then we get nights like tonight where 6 people turn up to watch, 8 people turn up to watch. No, it's 6 because I'm 2 of them. So it just tells me that there's no point streaming it because people aren't interested. And if it tells me that 8 people turn up to give me advice and they're not interested, then that's the way it is. Good night, Olive. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. So maybe it's a whole rethink of the live stream thing I need to do. Because GT Amiga aren't going to be oppressed at a stream with 8 people on it. So maybe it's too early for GT Amiga and I need to just circle the wagons and go back to doing what I know how to do. I'm also considering not streaming the league nights. The streaming thing is becoming a chain around my neck because it doesn't pay. It doesn't return anything. And if we're talking about what the long-term goal is, the long-term goal will probably come from spreading my knowledge greater by doing a different game on some of the nights. So maybe spreading, maybe giving GT 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week, and going to other games. And it probably means that will deplete the audience live streaming wise, but it might increase the viewership on the videos. Which isn't too bad. But it's all discussion, it's all what ifs. Red, yeah, we don't need that. Absolutely they do. But that's what I mean. If I had 18 people on, what night was it? There was 18 people last night watching the Human Comedy Run. If I did events rather than playing the game on live stream, maybe that would draw in more people. Because I'm just playing the game at the minute. I'm treading water waiting for this equipment. Maybe it's time to have a break away from treading water in GT for a few weeks. And then just do events. But I know there's streamers who generally stream to know people every night. You know? It's one of the cruelest environments, live streaming. for both you as a person, your mental health, your process, whatever you want to go through, whatever you want to call it. It is the cruelest place, or one of the cruelest places. I suppose an abusive marriage is worse, but it has to be structured and planned and dealt with properly. I normally get a decent viewership on a Sunday. What I've found is Saturday night 6 till 6 is not productive. I found Saturday all day is not productive. I got more viewership on a Friday at 2 o'clock than I do on a Saturday at 6-7 p.m. I'm not. What I'm actually finding is I don't think. You're retired, thank God. I don't think I have the channel pull to attract the people. I know they're watching Super GT tonight. I know this morning that Kai was streaming and he had a real big audience this morning. He was all day. He was doing all day. Was it race B? And plenty of people watch him, and I'm comparing myself to the capabilities of those people and the audience pool they've had, and they've been doing it 7-8 years. So at the end of the day, I'm miles away. We're just thrashing laps. I can't find my performance from earlier. I've stopped doing the 4th gear thing because I don't find that was actually helping. Shorts is where the traffic is, yeah, and Paul, you're 100% right, but I can't generate the shorts. For some reason, whatever it is, I don't have that, I don't have that creativity to spot a short from within my footage. I've got 6 hours from footage yesterday, and I can't find a single short in there that makes me even think I'm interested in watching that or doing that. So if I was doing offline stuff and creating videos for the shorts compilation, I wouldn't have to sort through 6 hours of footage to find a 30-second clip that was funny. I don't have the time to go through 6 hours of footage. If you want to, JB, but I'll turn it off. And you can offer it to me tomorrow when I'm not trying to do it myself. I'm not being an arse with it, I'm just saying I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to go through exactly what you guys have done when you're trying this. Or have you all asked Sam what the best route is and Sam's told you? Or did you do it yourself? Did you watch somebody else's video to do it? Because I might as well just go and watch them. And I suppose that's what everybody else is doing. I've got this belligerent, headstrong attitude that I can do it, and I have the capability to do it. It's like me being, I don't know, I'm just pig-headed. I'm stupid sometimes. Bite the hand that feed me sometimes. I've done a 146.2 a 146.2 optimal. And that's all I'm trying to do. I know I can do it. But I'm not enjoying it anymore. Every time I get anywhere near to touching this time again, I F it up in one corner. Yeah, that's probably right. Look at that. 0.5 away. Exactly 0.5. Half a second. And I've run... Oh, it just does me head in. I just want to run my optimal. And I'm not saying that in a... We're not seeing the optimal now because I'm restarting. A 146.2 would be where I'd happy to be. Blown it there again. Both those ghosts have exactly the same telltale problem, don't they? They both slide at exactly the same point, just on different lines. This will only take me to a 146.7. And exactly the same problem there. It just spits me off. Just outside by 0.005. Come on. Exactly the same point. What is my brake balance on, by the way? Is there no brake balance adjust? There's no brake balance adjustment. Okay. Go on then, JB. We're in the last 10 minutes. Break me. Go on. Tell me what it is I've got fatally wrong. And why I can't get anywhere near my time. It's 15 minutes. Well, there's 12 minutes left. I'm half a tenth behind you. Accelerate out in third on T2. Okay. Top man. We'll give it a try. But first I'm going to mod the car. Got in the wrong place. Not that it'll change anything, of course. $10 then to see if third gear will change things coming out of T2. It makes sense. It does make sense because we're using one higher gear than we're normally using. And I'm getting wheel spin in second. That's the one. Yeah, tell me about it. 46,538. So just third gear out of there. I don't know what 95% of revs is. Sorry, Red. Are you talking 95% of the 8,000, so you're talking 7,500? Or you're talking 95% of the bar that flashes on the screen? I can't see the full name, but that's Miguel. Miguel, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Now we're just arriving at this corner faster now because we are faster overall, so I'm going to have to brake earlier for that. Thank you, Miguel. Cheers, buddy. So on the bar, so you're changing just after the end of the 3 as it is now on the advisory gear. And that's, you know, based on what you're saying there, that ties in with what my thought process would be. Because if you watch the boost, it starts to fall away from about 6,000 RPM. And 6,000 RPM tells me that's where I want to change gear. Look, the boost is falling away at 6,000. So you get back into the boost, but... And I'm just sort of just demonstrating now. I think the 6,000 RPM is where it needs to be based on mechanical knowledge of what would happen with a real car. But having run this for X amount of laps, I realise that I've got to rev it out. So, unfortunately, I've got to take it to 7,500 for it to really shine, and I'm going to improve that on the next lap. Oh, you slug in a whole head. Third and power from the apex at T2. Don't know if I can turn the car far enough to give me that, but let's try. Now the different rear wings symbolise the difference between the two cars, so we'll see which one is faster and which one isn't. We know at the minute. We know at the minute the faster car is the one with the lower wing. Got the power on earlier. This is close. It's a new lap. Happy days. Oh, we're well down. We got that wrong. We were going much faster through the start-finish line there and a brake too late. But beat it by 0.003, didn't we? Yeah. But I didn't set that lap, you did. It's not my lap. It's all meaningless to me now. But that 0.003 was a gear change, wasn't it? That's all it was. And I say that in such a way that probably demeaning, but that's not what I mean. And what I mean is that it's such a simple thing to improve and I couldn't see it. And that's... For every other corner I've done that. I've changed up a gear, I've changed up a gear for that one corner where I thought traction was the key thing coming out the corner based on second gear. Because it's a first gear apex for me normally that. I thought second gear was the bit. Oh, you slug. We're probably at the end of time now, aren't we? Yeah, the stupid left, you've just got to slow down so much earlier than you anticipate you have to. The stupid thing about that is there's certain corners I don't have a braking marker for. And that's one of them. That's one of the corners I don't have a marker for. It's 59. One more lap. Just one more. Even now I couldn't tell you while I think about it what my braking point is. Always just one more. The only reason I got through turn 1 that bit earlier there and that bit quicker was because I braked deliberately shorter than I should do. And my ghost lap, the original ghost look, is just quicker than the gear change ghost. Where do I overtake that ghost? So I'm still behind it. Still behind it by a mile, by a whole length. I lost it there. We're just catching it now. Just catching it, still not in front. This is close. We've just gone in front now. 409, one more. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's got to be it. And if Big Popper was up there, I'd have been doing that until I'd have got Big Popper. Thank you, JB. Top 1200. Just 2/10 away from where I really want to be. Well, a second away from where I really want to be. But where is the second in that? If we're talking about real gains, where is the second? So, the corners I'm not getting right at the moment are still that second gear, second corner. I'm not getting the fourth gear left-hander down a shitey corner, let's call it. I've just seen a comment from Mariana that says I have my trash can image as Chelsea. Yeah, yeah. Tottenham for me it would be. The trash can image would be Tottenham. Or Manchester United, one of the two. However, half a sec... Cheers, Red. Where is there a second on that? There's probably a 10th on each corner. T1 is probably a 10th. It's gear slamming. I'm not gear slamming as I feel I should be. So I'm braking a lot earlier for T1 than I think I need to. I'm not turning the car on the curbs. I think, if I was really being honest, I think maybe the left tyre needs to be on the curb. I need to be braking, gear slamming and turning the car more before the entry. I need to be gear slamming into tier 2 more, using the left curb to turn. We've got the same problem on the turn 3. That's going to be gear slamming. The next 4, if you call it next one, is 4, the dodgy left-hander. You're asking where you are on the list, Red? 20th, my friend. Yeah, well, that's the point. And that's exactly it, JB, which is what I've been trying to work on today. the more you can get the car turned on entry, the straighter your exit is. So if you can get the car deeper into a corner and turned and going in a straight line before the apex, the faster you can be on the apex and aiming for the exit. Now, my biggest problem with the G29 I've got at the moment is getting the wheels to a point where I can apply the power, because we know GT takes the power away if you've got the wheels turned. If the wheel is straight, it will deliver the power to the car. If it's sliding left, you're losing it anyway. So once you turn into the corner, you've got to get the car straighter and you've got to get the power down to be able to benefit. And that's where Sam, the guy who's at the top, what's his name? Jeddah Racing. They are getting the car straighter before the exit so they can drive the power through the wheels and get the car going forwards. And that's where it is. The small incidentals like the gear change at 6,500 RPM or 9,000 RPM is worth a couple of tenths over the lap. But I could physically see it today if... let's go to settings and have a look at the car settings. It's on a normal ECU. You can see there where the power is. The power drops off after 7,250. Your torque drops off from 3,500, and that's why the boost gauge is tipping back, is because the boost delivers the torque. So you really want to be changing gear and delivering the car into that 3,000 to 4,000 rev range for the acceleration once you change gear, because you change gear, dip the clutch, the engine loses speed, you know, and you push the engine through there. But that top curve with the torque dropping off, it's telling me to ignore the torque curve and accelerate through the rev range. But when there's no turbo on this, it's a standard turbo, so that actually has the performance of a mid-range turbo car. So just while we're talking about that, and I know it's going over time, but I can show you on this one. It's almost a short shifter car, that. Almost. No, don't do that, you donk. You were supposed to move left. Now, if I change car to this, totally different beast. I'm fully aware of that. What do you see there? Exactly the same thing. Medium RPM turbo. You can see it in the top right hand corner. It's exactly the same performance. You get to the 3,500 point. You can see the power tailing off at the 7,500. But the medium RPM turbo, you've got to... That's exactly what the Evo is. Except the torque curve boosts with a ramp at the same, doesn't it? The torque curve follows it. But you then go back to the Evo, as JB's saying. It's similar. The torque curve straighter then goes flat at 43 for the Evo. So that's where your boost is. That's where your acceleration is. But you've got to rev the Evo out. You can't short shift it. You know, it's those little things. Let's look at a standard car, because I don't know if that is going to be exactly the same. Garage. Yes, that's where I want it to be. I wanted to change car. 4,600 RPM max for saves on the page before settings. Don't know what you mean. Let's see if this is exactly the same. Normal. Yeah, it's exactly the same. What do you mean, JB? 4,600 max torque saves on the page before settings. 4,000. I'm not seeing that. 4,600 max torque. Where does it say that? Go back a page. Where? Where page? You mean back to the Nissan LM? Go beige a page. Go back a page. Go beige a page. Go back a page. Go beige a page. I don't see where it says 4,600 RPM max torque. On the left hand side I'm seeing max power, max torque. No, just press circle. Max torque 3,000 RPM. Oh, I see. Max power 6,400. Above my head. Max power 6,400. Max torque 3,000. I'm not sure what that's telling me though. If we're gear changing on torque, I suppose you'd need a torque gearbox, wouldn't we? Like you built for the Coppen. No, it wasn't the Coppen. It was the S660. That's a torque gearbox. This, we don't have the chance to build a gearbox for this, do we? But let's just have a look what this says. Max power 5,400, max torque 4,000. So I guess, yeah, I guess that has got a better short shift capability. But can we look at the rental car as well? We can, can't we? I know it's going to be 1:15 before we nail this one, folks, but still 9 if you're glued. There's only one. Mariana's gone to bed. Miguel's probably disappeared. It's just me watching, probably. I actually am starting to think maybe these are all genuinely standard things, aren't they? I don't think they've actually modded this very much. We can't see this one in the garage, can we? It's got 506 pp, 277. The max torque's the same power. Yeah, it doesn't change. Yeah, that looks the same. Probably a little bit of a curve on it, but I'm just making that up. No, it's the same. So I think based on that, you're revving it out. But it doesn't tell me that. If I was to look at that torque curve, Mariana's gone to bed, she's on the phone, she'll be asleep. And with that, 1,138th. That's a good effort. Yours set me a hell of a time to beat, JB. But I think I've got another 2/10 in that. Easy 2/10. And that's not with that. It's just stringing the damn thing together. That's the problem. So they've bopped it down. I can't remember. Let's just do that. Let's just double check what JB's saying. 277 on this one. And then the garage one, is it 300? So they've capped the power a bit. $300. 277 is the standard. So they've not changed it. Yeah, it's exactly the same as a standard car. Exactly the same. So if I was to bring this one at 300, if I was to be able to bring this one as 300, they've bopped it to 277 with the torque at 40.8. So yeah, they do bop it down to 277. And the torque curve is then the same. Yeah. But it's the aero that makes the difference. The aero does have an effect. That car, my car is way quicker than the standard one. Way quicker. I'd really like to be able to change that from the torque drive. If that was the fully customizable, to be able to change that would be better. Because I'd like to be able to give it like 50-50 and drag myself out the corners more. That'd stop the slide. But anyway, massive shout out to everybody that stuck with us. There's 8 people watching. Really appreciate you sticking through. I hope you can learn something through it, i.e. don't become a streamer. It's a right nightmare. However, no, I hope you've learned from something about how to get through the process and get yourself a fastest time. I know people give up a lot more easier than me and they get a lot more frustrated, but just the way it goes, I think. A bit of reality. But with that being the case, folks, we'll see you on the next one, which will be Tuesday night. And JB adds that you can only short shift it after T1, and that's changed to 5th at the top. Rev it out everywhere else. Yeah, I agree. That's where it's got to be. But with that, folks, we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you. Cheers.